Hello there, my name's Paul Craddock and I am a solutions engineer at Stratodesk, and today I want to talk to you about Liquidware's Stratusphere UX Hub and how you can integrate that into NoTouch Center. So firstly, just to talk a little bit about my environment. So I've got a couple of virtual machines running. The first is running the Liquidware Hub. The second virtual appliance is running Stratodesk NoTouch Center. So the first thing that I need to do is I need to log into my Liquidware Hub, and I need to download the Connector ID Key software. Now, this is under Connector ID Key software, other versions, and then you can download the Stratodesk specific version. Now, unlike what we would do with a Windows machine is where we would download it and then install it manually, what we're going to do is just use this file name for reference so that it downloads the correct file to the endpoint. So if we now log into NoTouch Center and go to Group Settings, Services, and we can then just scroll down to where the Liquidware Stratusphere connector URL is. So it's best to explain it using just this text file that I've created here. So this is the install path, and so the IP address is obviously the virtual appliance, the Liquidware virtual appliance. The file that we've downloaded is the zip file. So what you need to do is you need to make sure that you combine those in a continuous URL with no white spaces, and then we can paste that into this parameter here. In order to push this out to all the endpoints, we then simply just click the Announce button, and then during the next reboot, the endpoints will automatically download the installer file, and after a few minutes they should then start to report directly into the Liquidware Stratusphere Hub. The device has rebooted and we've got the Connector ID Key software installed on the endpoint. We can now just return to the hub administration. Now, depending on how you've set your environment up and the reporting intervals, really just determines how quickly the machines will start feeding back to the Liquidware Hub. But here we can see that I've now got 2 machines connected. And if I go to Inventory, we can also see that in addition to my domain controller, I've also got my NoTouch endpoint with it installed. Give you a brief overview of the OS, including the software version that's running. If we now switch to the Stratosphere UX tool, and then we can just go to Inspectors. Again, we can start to drill down a little bit into what's going on, so we can see the machines that we've got connected and the UX score that's being reported. Also, if we look at applications, obviously it just takes a little bit of time just to generate this information, and again, so we can get a good overview of the work load score for our devices. Now obviously I've only had this up and running for a few minutes, so it's not going to be reporting a significant amount of information just yet, but obviously the longer that you leave the device is connected and running, the more valuable the information will be. Hopefully you've enjoyed this short video, and please feel free to come back soon.